Some people seem to magnetize money without effort. They walk into rooms and deals come to them. They invest and the market bends in their favor. Others grind for years, yet barely scrape by. Is it intelligence? Connections? Timing? No, the real reason money flows to certain people has nothing to do with luck or logic. It begins with energy. Money is not just paper or code, it's the physical expression of an invisible frequency. And some people are unconsciously tuned into that frequency like a radio dial, while others are constantly jamming the signal. Most people grow up learning about money from lack. Phrases like money doesn't grow on trees or we can't afford that wire their nervous systems to associate wealth with fear, limitation, and survival. Over time, this becomes an invisible operating system that repels abundance at the subconscious level. Meanwhile, those who grew up around wealth often carry a completely different relationship with money, not because of the money itself, but because of the energetic blueprint they absorbed. They witness money as a tool, a resource, a current, not a burden or a threat. And that perception became their baseline frequency. But here's the real twist. It's possible to rewire that frequency no matter where you started. Wealthy individuals have one powerful pattern in common. They expect money to come to them. They believe they are worthy of it, and they rarely question whether they deserve more. This isn't arrogance, it's alignment. They've internalized the idea that money is supposed to flow, so it does. And here's where most people sabotage themselves without realizing it. They hustle, they strategize, they work longer hours, but all from a place of needing to earn money's approval, as if wealth is some distant authority they must impress. That energy creates tension, and tension chokes the flow. Let's flip the script. The moment you stop chasing money and start becoming a match for it, everything changes. Not in a metaphysical cross-your-fingers kind of way, but in a neurological and behavioral way. When your self-image changes, your decisions change. When your emotional frequency changes, your outcomes change. Look at high earners. They're not smarter. They're not better. But they operate from a baseline of worth. That belief impacts how they speak, how they negotiate, what they pursue, and what they walk away from. People can feel that confidence. So can money. Think about this. Money flows to a clarity. Most people walk through life unclear. Unclear on their value, unclear on their goals, unclear on what they're actually willing to receive. That lack of clarity creates static, and static blocks flow. But the people money seems to favor are broadcasting a clear, coherent signal. Their words, thoughts, posture, and actions all say the same thing. I am open. I am capable. I am ready. That inner coherence creates external magnetism. Now here's the deeper layer most never see. Every time you compromise your value by undercharging, people-pleasing, or playing small, you are sending a signal to the universe that you are not ready to hold more. Not just hold more money, but hold more responsibility, more power, more visibility. Money is not just about consumption. It's about capacity. And most people are asking for abundance while simultaneously proving they cannot handle it. The system reads that contradiction and blocks the signal. That's why the secret reason money flows to some and not others isn't about surface actions. It's about congruence. Those who are internally aligned emotionally, mentally, and energetically move through the world in a way that invites overflow. Here's something almost no one will tell you. Money doesn't change people. It reveals them. It amplifies their unresolved insecurities or their unshakable clarity. If someone is deeply insecure, money will magnify that and create chaos. If someone is grounded, money will enhance their impact. That's why many lottery winners lose it all. Their external bank account changed, but their internal calibration stayed the same. So the system returned to its original setting. The goal isn't to attract more money. It's to become the version of yourself that money naturally flows toward. And that requires discipline, not just in work ethic, but in emotional hygiene, in thought patterns, in boundaries, in energy. The people you admire who are building real wealth, they're not just working smart. They're living in alignment. They've made peace with being seen. They've stopped shrinking to make others comfortable. And they've stopped outsourcing their worth to numbers. That's the real key. Money doesn't respond to effort. It responds to certainty. And most people are waiting for external success to give them permission to feel certain. But the flow only starts when the certainty comes first. The difference between the wealthy and the struggling isn't opportunity, it's identity. One group plays the game from the inside out. The other tries to fix the outside while staying the same inside. It never works. If you want money to come to you, stop treating it like something you need to conquer. Start treating it like a mirror, because it is. Your bank account is not a scoreboard, it's a feedback loop. It reflects how safe you feel receiving, how boldly you're asking, how deeply you believe you're worth it. The next time you see someone creating wealth seemingly with ease, don't envy them. Observe them. Study the way they carry themselves, the way they handle discomfort, the way they own their space. You'll find something deeper than strategy. You'll find embodiment. And that's where wealth lives. The truth is, there's no secret formula, just a decision to stop chasing and start becoming. That choice changes everything. Now ask yourself, who are you when you stop trying to earn it? Let that version of you lead. If this opens something inside you, subscribe. Because Wealth Signal is here to unlock the next level of your financial reality, and your future self is already waiting. And when you do, something subtle but powerful begins to shift. You no longer speak about wealth as if it's an external force. You start talking like someone who already knows it's on the way. That inner certainty bleeds into your decisions, the way you price your work, the way you walk into a room, the way you hold silence during a negotiation. Confidence becomes your currency. And that's when the world starts to listen differently. It's not about shouting louder or doing more. It's about becoming undeniable. Because the truth is, you don't get what you want. You get what you are. And if what you are is fragmented, conflicted, or hesitant, the results will reflect that. But when you become solid, anchored, aligned, money doesn't need convincing. It comes toward that kind of clarity like a compass to true north. The wealthiest people aren't desperate for it. They're grounded in the belief that they can create it, repeatedly, sustainably, in any environment. Because they're not relying on circumstance, they're relying on calibration. And once that calibration locks in, wealth becomes a byproduct, not a pursuit. Ask yourself this: what's one belief about money that no longer serves you? Identify it. Replace it. Then act in alignment with the new truth, even before it feels fully real. That's how you upgrade the frequency you're sending. The nervous system doesn't change through information. It changes through repetition, through congruent action. Every time you stretch your comfort zone, ask for more, and receive without guilt, you build capacity. That's the hidden cost of playing small. You train yourself to expect less. You desensitize yourself to overflow. And before you know it, scarcity feels normal again. But the people who break out of that loop don't wait for permission. They recalibrate through choice, repeatedly, ruthlessly, until abundance becomes their default. Now is your moment to make that shift. If this opens something inside you, subscribe. Because Wealth Signal is here to unlock the next level of your financial reality, and your future self is already waiting.